Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and in the background we got...
Oh, man.
What's going on, dog?
It's another day in the hood, man. Another day of trucking, day of living, you know?
Yeah, we got a decent show. Just remember, guys, the gift card giveaway is coming up on Friday. I will be putting names in tomorrow, going through the comments for the month. Get your comments in so you can give away. Are you doing 25 or 50, dog?
Don't know yet.
Yeah,
Surprises.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see which one we're doing there. Sorry we missed you guys yesterday. We were just. I was out in the mountains partying. What were you doing?
I don't know. What was I doing yesterday?
Traveling the USA and Texas.
I think I was traveling in the real world of Wyoming, where there was nothing there.
There was nothing there. That's funny. That's actually a good. That's where I was. I was in the middle of nowhere, man. It was freaking in the 40s last night. It was nice. So one of the first stocks we're going to talk about today is HYLN. Helion Holdings Corporation. The last tick on this was $10.30. So going into this one there, Cameo, looks interesting. They're electric powertrain solutions for global commercial transportation market. Helion produces electrified powertrain systems that arguably replace traditional diesel and natural gas fueled powertrains, and the systems are designed to improve performance and lower cost of ownership when the average existing alternative fuel infrastructure. What, as experience in trucking and trucks and vehicles, Cameo, what do you have to say about that?
Say about what?
Say about the as far as what they have cooking here.
What are they cooking up?
Oh, you just got your alphabets. I looked on the alphabets, and that was my first mistake. One of the hosts, a host to be named later. This isn't Jim Cramer I'm talking about either, but I'll discuss him in a second. But he was obviously one of the guys that was after the Army of Apes and everything like that, and dissing on him. He said that fossil fuels are on the way out. How many times have we heard that?
More than once.
Yeah, fossil fuel. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay. The oil cartels are huge, and like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. I understand that the regime wants infrastructure. We just got their infrastructure deal passed, and we'll see what happens with that. As far as with all your people saying it's going to take out fossil fuels, I'll believe it when I see it. But as far as this guy, I guess Jim Cramer plugged this stock, and he was saying not to buy it because this was in October. But we're talking about the same guy that attacked the Army of Apes and basically called them a bunch of clowns and everything like that, and acted like they didn't know what they were doing. And he basically said don't buy Tesla at the time too, and then he ended up being pro Tesla.
Exactly.
So. I like guys covering the alphabet clowns because they just they provide great entertainment, and they're elites. They talk about stock for the elites, so the elites can go back and pick up and gobble up their shares. So they're Kramer's another shill for just like Gasparino and the rest of them. They're all entertainment clowns. So I also saw something disturbing that was kind of weird. There was another news host that was out, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything because I don't want people to think I'm carrying the cooler for journalists or anything. But you are a loser, Cameo, if you see a famous person and you like go and diss on them and stuff like that. They're just entertainers, dude. They're actor entertainers to entertain you. Like if you go up to them and just like totally say that like you hate them and stuff. It's time to take some medication. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
go apes.
Yeah, go apes, dude. So going at this stock here, we'll get off the alphabet.com rant. We'll go back to them in a second here. But HYLN produces the electric powertrain systems that can replace traditional diesel. So they say there, which it's possible. We'll see what happens, how it plays out. Affordability, lower fuel operating costs reduced by cost of ownership. Scalability, leverage existing fueling the fleet of infrastructure. So, and then they also say they can reduce emissions without sacrificing performance and reliability. I've seen several companies that I've been affiliated with, Cameo. The clean vehicles do work good, but they also still don't perform as good as regular fuel. So, what say you?
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm just saying from a standpoint, I had some dealings with a company to be named later. I won't mention their name because, like I said, I don't carry the cooler and want to advertise for them or anything like that because I don't really particularly like them. But they had a fleet of a lot of these cars, and they're in the shop all the time, man, constantly breaking down, just stupid little things too. So, but that's, I guess you get and then the people that are for tech support, the support forum and everything like that, they end up disappearing. So that's funny too. So some of these companies got to watch who they buy from. You know what I mean? So, but we won't talk about the company being named later. HYLN's technology tackles one of the biggest pain points for the logistics and transportation industry: how to lower emissions without fully replacing all existing assets and infrastructure, a move that's cost prohibitive for many companies. The ERX solution transforms existing fleets and delivers desired efficacy for zero or negative emissions with significant reduce of operator costs over time. So you're getting negative emissions, but here's my thing, Camille. What about the batteries in these things?
Well, that's the thing. They say they got a 10-year warranty, but
yeah,
it's classified warranty.
Yeah, and how are these batteries being produced? Are they being produced by slave labor camps somewhere, or are they not? You know, like how bad are the? Because that some of this, some people think, yeah, we're reducing emissions, but we're also in essence, we're also, still harming the environment with the mining of getting some of the components of these vehicles. That's just something they never throw out there and tell you guys out there. So, but I'm sure most of you know that already. So, going into it, they also their battery solutions. They have it's called the BMS battery management system. Okay, guys, so they got a battery management system. It's the chemistries for both hybrid and fully electrical vehicle requirements. Universal. BMS can be used across different molecules and offering a wide range of usability, configuration, intelligent, ensure the battery operates safely and effectively. But again, like I said, how are those being manufactured there? I'm sure you're going to get a Weisenheimer in here that will come back and, say, oh, these are safe and everything like that, but they don't get all the information from what they get, if that makes sense. So sometimes people just parrot what the alphabet say, and they don't take all the news like we talk about on the show all the time, Camille.
Yeah.
It looks like they do cell balancing, if you're familiar with that. Go ahead.
They said, I get it. You know how it goes with all the alphabet news and everything else.
Yeah, well, they constantly attack.
And they constantly attack, they lie,
yeah.
Deal with this stuff on a daily basis.
Yeah, and people don't know where to turn when they're talking about rounding people up and everything. That's un-American, dude. And like calling average traders that don't give a crap about politics, they're calling them they're saying that they're a cult. I mean, they did that I covered that at the beginning of the week. I was just like, dude, you're calling a bunch of traders a cult. That's when you're hitting a nerve when they're starting to call you names and things like that. It's like, and it's just not Americans either. It's all people around the world. You're not just attacking Americans. You're attacking all the people around the world when you're calling people a cult. So they're just educating people about stuff. They don't want people to learn about it, But anyway, BMS also has advanced state-of-the-art calculations of active cell balancing control. Scalable centralized control mid to large power and energy storage applications. The HYLN BMS boasts support for 12-volt and 8-volt systems. They run simulations on their batteries and full system performance with goal to ensure faster development while meeting customer-facing requirements. By doing the math first, we believe that they'll test and launch the safety and efficient. So that's what they have going on there. I believe we talked about the powertrains. They have the Hyper EX truck. Their vision, it says their vision is for net carbon negative commercial transportation is ambitious, real, and achievable through their technology. Well, we all want low carbon emissions, don't we, Camille? But we also have to think of reality, like I said, right?
Pretty much.
We want clean air, but looks like they do natural gas advantage, a net carbon negative emission solution for electrified trucks and commercial vehicles when using the renewable natural gas. Renewable natural gas is produced by bio-waste distribution through existing natural gas pipelines and purchased through existing established gas utility channels. Ultimately, they believe the natural gas offers commercial fleets attractive options for carbon negative status. Reduced cost of ownership, infrastructure existing, driver familiarity, how it works. They have the RNG fuel generator, Cameo. This is for your rigs here, so you have a lot of experience with this. Generate charger batteries, power mode, e-motor drive, rear axles, and providing regenerative braking. And the electric drivetrain for long hauls in the inner city. How would that work for the cities? You would think that would work, right?
Good. I mean, obviously, electric trucks for the cities, because if you can run 300-mile radius in 10 hours, but what happens if you have to go over 300 miles? You're screwed because you're going to have to stop and charge.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you can
over the road, ain't going to work because you got to realize they're going to have to put charge station truck stop in every.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money. A lot of money and a lot of time.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. What happens about pissy weather too? I mean, they're going to have to come a long way with pissy weather and things. So, but
well, I mean, let alone with humans and driving this stuff in crappy weather, accidents happen all the time. I can only imagine a lot of cars.
Oh yeah, that
to think about.
And that's the other thing that we're not covering here, and you have experience with that, is all the wrecks and everything like that, So who knows how these things are in wrecks as far as like when, but we'll have to see when they keep on going and everything. But it was funny. I haven't checked recently what Kramer said before. Sometimes people will say, well, why do you guys waste your time with the alphabets? Because sometimes with the alphabets, we want to put them on there because we want to trigger you. We want to trigger you to let you know what they're saying. We let everybody know all the information as far as from everything, but we want you to hear what they're saying about you and everything, and that none of this stuff as far as them, they just care about the advertisers, things like that, and we want to cover all the information. That's what we do. We just cover the information about the companies, give you our take. What say you there, Camille?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what you're gonna do,
So what we'll do?
Focus, pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Do your job.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go to the alphabet channels there. We'll check out what they got cooking there, and then see what we got. Okay, so we got a plug on. Looks like they've announced that there's this is coming from the alphabets from Business Wire. Long-range version of Hypertruck ERX targeting zero-emission vehicle credits. The long-range Hypertech will offer 75 miles of all range and more than 1,000 miles of total range in its product launch. What do you think of that, Camille?
I don't know. It's hard to say because they're not 100% accurate on their ranges yet.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't been tested. That's just their estimated guess.
They also say they have an increased all-electric range that will meet California's advanced clean truck rule regulations. Sorry, anytime they bring up anything with California stuff, I just have to laugh about it. So they got a rule for everything. So everything is Anyways, Hypertruck ERX enable fleets to potentially achieve net negative emissions while utilizing renewable natural gas to recharge the battery. That plug came out today out of Austin, Texas, is where that was at from them. Let's see, Marketing Sentinel came out with, they said, what are the positives? Well, the positives about this is that the 52-week low of 769, well, it went up a little bit, so it ain't at 769, so this is still news. We'll go on to the next. We're not going to think what the alphabets are spinning, what traders think. Nothing on Yahoo News, nothing from Kramer or anything like that. Let's see, go straight up here. Yeah, so I'll just go to Stockwits, check it out, and then see what they got cooking here. Okay, so we got a plug on, looks like they've announced that there's this is coming from the alphabets from Business Wire, long-range version of Hypertruck ERX targeting zero-emission vehicle credits. The long-range Hypertech will offer 75 miles of all range and more than 1,000 miles of total range in its product launch. What do you think of that, Camille?
I don't know. It's hard to say because they're not 100% accurate on their ranges yet.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't been tested. That's just their estimated guess.
They also say they have an increased all-electric range that will meet California's advanced clean truck rule regulations. Sorry, anytime they bring up anything with California stuff, I just have to laugh about it. So they got a rule for everything. So everything is, yeah. Anyways, Hypertruck ERX enable fleets to potentially achieve net negative emissions while utilizing renewable natural gas to recharge the battery. That plug came out today out of Austin, Texas, is where that was at from them. Let's see, Marketing Sentinel came out with, they said, what are the positives? Well, the positives about this is that the 52-week low of 769, well, it went up a little bit, so it ain't at 769, so this is still news. We'll go on to the next. We're not going to think what the alphabets are spinning, what traders think. Nothing on Yahoo News, nothing from Kramer or anything like that. Let's see, go straight up here. Yeah, so I'll just go to Stockwits, check it out, and then see what they got cooking here. Okay, guys, going on to Stockwits, it looks like Investor Speed says HYLN will come out of H2 Solution way before NKLL will. HYLN, I sold these warrants for nearly $25 each. Laugh out loud. Yes, he did, because it was up high. That's when Kramer was telling people don't. He was talking about it there, and everybody was jumping on him for that because it shot up. It was higher up there like that. So people did make coin at the beginning when this first busted out. So he was saying be cautious, and all of a sudden it freaking got jacked up, and then. He did the same thing with Tesla, though, Cameo. So, and just for the record, I'm covering my bases here, Cameo. Just because I said a couple things because I'm a realist and I believe you are, but we're not going to sit here and like carry the cooler for any stock. So I am going to throw in curveballs all the time. I'm sure I'll get somebody that says, "Oh, dude, you don't know what you're talking about."
We're getting paid for this, dude.
Yeah. I got my check from them. It came in the mail. It said 00000 with a dot and then 2 0 after it. So it looks like HYLN announced the long-range version of a Hypertruck ERX targeting zero-emission vehicle credits. Yeah, we got that. Weekends 96. She's got a good hot take. I kind of like it though. She says pump and dump. It might not be that far of a reach, you know. Let's see here. Goober24 says everyone must forget the pattern used 2 weeks ago. Y'all should know how the market is opening up tomorrow. So I'm sure. I would think it's gonna. What's your take on the market since the Rhino signed on with the infrastructure bill?
Honestly,
I'm sure all your Biden stocks will go up, and you don't need a reader, a decoder to what I'm saying right there. So, let's see. What's that?
Just do your research and be smart.
Yeah, just do your research and be smart, and obviously don't buy on the high, because you'll come back and be like, dude, I just lost my shirt, and we don't want anybody to do that and make a mistake. So just do your research, check out the owner, check out, obviously the location's decent. You don't make it where the stocks made it by running out of your basement. So it's got stuff going for it. Tomorrow they're going to the moon. So that's what DJ Falaja says. HYNL. This stock is going to the moon, so they're thinking it's going to take off. But everybody always says that all the time. It's just a common theme. So this is only the beginning. The longs have taken control. Two great energy companies being held down. Burn the shorts. Yeah, I would agree. I don't like the short shit. HYLN, check the 975 first thing, dip and rip. So there you go. You got a lot of bullish signs here, Cameo. You got shorts are shitting their pants. $15 tomorrow. That's what Tesla Bro says. So if you're getting in on this tomorrow, and Tesla Bro, if it goes to $15, I guess you're buying brewskis for everybody on the boards, man. Wouldn't you say that? He's calling his shot right there.
Go.
So,
$15 in my hand.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Smoke and drink water if you got it. So he's gonna buy everybody a round of waters. So I'm out on this one. What say you there, Cameo?
Yeah, I'm out, Trouble. I'm this one too. I'm about ready to go to bed too.
Yeah, you're about ready to cash out. So we're gonna be done with this one. We're gonna move on to the next one. We'll check that out, and we'll go back and get to it. Okay, guys, the next stock we're going to talk about is INFI, Infinity Pharmaceuticals. Going on this one, it looks like Infinity Pharmaceuticals operates as a biopharmaceutical company. It engages discovering, delivering medicines for people developed with cancer. It focuses on drug development. The company was founded by Stephen H. Holtzman, March 22nd, 1995, is headquartered in Cambridge, Massachusetts. This guy is at 257 there, Cameo. Going on to the website, looks pretty good. If you check it out, it looks straight up like it's a $2 stock, a healthy website. Nothing where it's like from garage.com or nothing like that. No web builder, things like that. We didn't cover that many pump and dumps today, Cameo, right? Because they just didn't look that good. According to me, what I saw on the pump and dump list. Did you see anything on there that you liked? No. It was, most of it was like stuff we covered, like Phil. A lot of people that listen to this show are on Phil, and we covered that one. You could go back to the video. I guess I could do Phil again. I guess if there's maybe some people want to talk about that, introduce the new listeners that don't know enough about Phil. I could cover that one again. But daring to believe that the cure can be a reality. Camille, we do have some investments in Cures for Cancer that we're in, because we decided to put some dineros there, as we discussed, because we believe in these causes. Even if the company loses out, at least we gave to a good cause, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we try, me and Camille, sometimes we try to do our best to try to help out things and things like that. We're not always up for the dinero grab there. Looks like the development, because that's all you guys care about, is the pipeline right now. In the first class approach to targeting the immune suppressive macrophages by inhibiting P1-3K gamma. It's an oral once daily immuno-oncology development candidate that inhibits the 3-kinase gamma select gamma inhibition to represent a unique potential transformation of approach within immuno-oncology. The potential of the first-class therapy preclinical research will be conducted by Infinity and demonstrates API 549 works for reprogramming key immune suppressive cells called M2 myeloid developer suppressor cells. And I butchered that. Total apologies, guys. I'm just, trying the best here. I don't have a degree in microbiology, and neither is Cameo. We're just analysts there, right, Cameo? So, but the study is huge as far as that. If they can, crack the codes in that and crack all that, then off to the phases, and you got $2 right there, and then it jumps up to 5 and 10 and 20. We've seen this happen over and over, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
So, and no, they didn't pay us, and no, we, like I said, we cover everything. So there was a press release. Looks like they've updated data from phase 2. It's the Mario 275 trial in urethroallyl cancer, and phase 2 Mario trial for the triple negative breast cancer, TNBC. So if they can get a breakthrough in breast cancer, that's freaking huge, man. So, and if you can get in on a stock at $2 and change for breast cancer research, therapy, or for some type of cure or whatever they can come up with, it looks like it says they've achieved in 15.4 months compared to 17.9 more months of a control arm in 2LUC. It looks like they're in the clinical stage biotech company developing potential first-class oral immuno-oncology. The reprogramming of therapeutic been shown to reverse fundamental biological mechanism of immune suppression in cancer that activates anti-tumor immune response. That's crazy, Cameo. So if they can do that and activate an anti-tumor immune response, that would be a complete breakthrough as far as for that, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean that you're at 2 and change, and this somehow down the road achieves what it's supposed to achieve. This is a great investment, and this is what we always say. Some of your safest stocks out there, and you don't have to take it from me, are the biopharmaceuticals. They're the most. You have your best chance of being successful, and you have the best chance of shorting. And then you come up in the long. You screw yourself like I did, because I shorted Neurovax. I will take my L on the show all the day, Camille, about how I bought Neurovax and shorted it, made some chump change, and yeah, it made some dough there. So I always call myself on the L's there all the time. So going through this there. They're just coming up with better therapies for patients in months, and Infinity plans to work with investigators, with key opinion leaders, regulatory, to carefully choose the most appropriate clinical path forward, and expects to provide the update by year end, an update on the maturing of the TNBC data. So there you have it on that for the latest news. They're also working on roll P131K gamma. What is that? We'll just summarize what that is. Research has demonstrated that P13K gamma plays an important role in maintaining the immunosuppressive nature of tumor associated with tumor microenvironment and myeloid suppressor cells. Targeting these pro-tumor cells represents an emerging approach within the field of cancer immunotherapy and inhibits the gamma. Anguish represents a novel approach to targeting this immunosphere microenvironment. So again, with that study, with the immunotherapy and working on that to target against tumors, if that's successful, not going to see a $2 and change stock anymore. Wouldn't you say there, Camille, again on that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you just have to play your cards and see how they go. Let's go look and see what the alphabets, if they have a role in this. Go to your news. Why is Yahoo Finance has a plug? Looks like today. Let's see what they have today. They're throwing the fluff. I'm glossing through the fluff right here. So over the last 12 months, they have seen steady climbs in recent sell-offs. So there's the information for you. Wells Fargo recently upgraded the stock to equal weight, and it was trading higher just prior to press time. As mentioned, INFI has been moving forward with the stock and upgraded by Wells Fargo. Moreover, Bazinga News reported that INFI is a popular upgrade stock. Infinity has topped its revenue estimates, recovered from Q2 loss, which recently, so if you got in on that Q2 loss, you got a little coinage there right now. You can purchase the INFI stock anytime by going to goofballs.com, incorporate. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm pretty much done on this one. Investors Place has a plug. They're all basically mocking each other, Cameo, on the stock. So I did see a plug for Bladder as well. So there is something. Yeah, there is something popping on bladder. I'm gonna go to Stockwitz. First, I'm gonna get a drink here real quick. Suck one down. What's your opinion on this one so far?
Well, it seems pretty decent. I mean, I always think the same thing.
Yeah, you just got to play out.
Do your research, look it up. I mean, obviously they're giving you the information, most of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be smart, pick and choose.
You got 93 cents up today, but there. I mean, it's not on a promotion list. I mean, the alphabets are kind of promoting it just because of the news. They have to cover the news.
Just keep in mind that tomorrow's Thursday. And
yeah.
What happens on Friday? 95% of the time.
Yep, it's sell-off Skilo Friday. Friday, they got to go get booze and boats and get the drinks, and shorters get out. And I wouldn't be surprised if this shorts out tomorrow, to be honest with you. I would say that some of the shorters might get out, but you never know. They could make a run on it. Somebody put here, let's see here. Someone's, let's see, go through. There's a lot of spam in here, sorry. It's getting kind of bad here lately. I like the info that some of the real traders... So we're covering Stockwitz. That's where the real traders are. They give their opinions about what they think. 7 Roll Lord says, looks like a gap up. Short's pretty confident on the big gap green day. What did they say? Never short the first green day, especially on trash stocks.
Yep.
There's always a freaking hot take in here, man. Let's see.
Rest in peace, CZ Top.
Oh, toasted, huh?
No.
Breaking news on the show. Cameo just broke depressing news, man. Well, it was fun while it lasted. We had a run, right? It looks like INFI may pull back to 230, then rip off. Let's see. Is that a short? Is that a shorter trying to say that trade for profit? I don't think so. I think he's on here all the time. He's just trying to. One guy put bearish. It's Warrior 300Z. He hasn't got any comments from anybody lately, but he says, "You say what you eat. I don't remember eating a stud muffin this morning." Interesting. Let's see here. Pretty good print today for 245, about $500,000. So there's a bullish sign. Lestock James says, "Come on a break at the $3 mark." So there's that. Then you got a weed ad here. Perfect for those who want to buy on a dip after 6 green days in a row. Somebody from China's trying to pop off their stuff. Another dude put on here, Mousy says, "Doubling my short positions, every leg, get this garbage stock to go up." So, and then Billy Works says 374 tomorrow. But like when these people say these things, sometimes they're just trying to play you to get you to buy. And then what happens the next day, Cameo?
Oh, drops.
Stop! Drop! Is what happens. And that's your...
All over this shop.
Yep. You get the old drop and you'll be singing that song. But sometimes you take your L, you know, but not when it's, if it's going like that, you don't want to jump in kind of like that, so. But anyways, we're done with this one. You're going to sign off for the night, and I think I'll go back and cover Phil because there's a lot of action on Phil. I'll cover that one next because I think a lot of the listeners want me to cover Phil, unless you want to stick around for Phil. Cameo, do you want to stick around for Phil?
What was that?
I said some of the listeners, some of the new listeners might want to be introduced to the stock Phil. Do you want to do another run on Phil again?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do one more. We'll do Phil, and then we're going to be peace out on the show. We're not going to spend a ton of time because you can go back to our other video, but we'll cover that because some of the listeners want to talk about Phil for a little bit. And not Phil the guy, not the Phil the next door neighbor, not Phil the drunk that lives 2 doors down for you. We're talking about the stock, okay? Okay, guys, going on to the next one. It is HYLN Group Incorporated, formerly PHIL or PHIL, whatever you want to call it. So, going on to the HYLN Global recent posts. Well, there is no post, but the newest news on them comes from the HYLN Group Incorporated Twitter account. Interesting news there. FI Group, dear valued shareholder and investment community, thank you very much for your communications. Now, we're not going to go into the website and things like that like we do on the other ones. We're just going to go over a little bit of the information, popping news, so this way everybody's got fresh news up on it. It is currently in the cent range, and a lot of people are still excited about it, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. Is that okay, Camille?
Yes, sir. On and over with.
So, $Phil, they just said, dear value shareholders, investment community, thank you very much for your communications and requests regarding the conference call today. I apologize for not being able to reply directly, but we will try to answer as many questions as possible. It looks like we will be giving out free CBD and other products. No, I'm just kidding. They're not giving out anything for free, guys. Nothing's for free in this life, unfortunately. They also have...
Are you sure about that?
Well, sometimes there is free. Sometimes the best things in life are for free. There are free things. It's just a matter of way of you're coming by them to getting free. So, you're joking around with me because you know I've gotten a lot of free stuff. You're the one to say there's no free things, and you're sitting here getting free stuff all the time. Let's see. Yeah. So they had the conference call today for the filings of the remaining of the 10 Qs. They'll host a Zoom conference call Wednesday, 7/28/2021 at 4:15. God bless and thank you. Well, that was today. So,
Amen.
But it looks like the other news coming out of it is they offer a merger and acquisition advisory services. The company acquires and consolidates companies, acts as an incubator for emerging companies and technologies, and provides financial consulting and mergers and acquisitions for services and companies in the United States and elsewhere. You can go check out their website, going on the alphabets to check out any news. This was 4 days ago. This was from Microcap Daily. They just said that the parabolic move of M&A player nears pink current and scheduled Zoom call the Wednesday. They're just plugging that. It says rather than just pop in a price for Phil, it looks like by embarking on a new trajectory that could propel this stock to the new stratosphere. Currently heavy accumulation, Phil has massive liquidity as legions of new shareholders. Oh, they're now legions now, Camille. Are they referring? They might be referring to the apes. At least they didn't call them insurrectionists or what's another one that's out there? What was the other one we talked about? What they were calling them? Oh, a cult. At least they're not. At least these guys aren't calling anybody a cult or anything, so that's good. There are hundreds of thousands of penny stock speculators that trade the stock. It's so popular that even a Phillionaire T-shirt for sale is on Amazon. Good for him, dude. Like, so it's sometimes it's almost like they're mocking them and stuff like that. You know, well, is that the Mockingbird media, right? Phil's most exciting stock in a small caps. The powerhouse management team is behind the senior executive Henry Farman, who has been busy working behind the scenes trying to get the stock pink current. The company has been getting their filings out Friday morning. The earnings report, things like that. When that pops off, I'm thinking you're going to see a move on Friday if the thing pops off. What say you? And you're probably going to see. Just my take, you're probably going to see movement on. I know some people are disappointed a little bit, but remember, when that sucker goes down, the shorters, if you sell that off just because you have a bad day, the shorters are going to freaking jump in and take your shares. You know, they're going to jump. Sure. They're going to jump in on and gobble up those. So. It looks like currently with 26 million investments on the books, Phil has a number of operating subsidies currently producing revenues. The company owns a number of funds, including the Lux Fund, Teco Group, DHR Capital Group, and the fund was activated June 11, 2020. The fund is an umbrella fund containing one or more sub-fund compartments intended to invest in real estate, infrastructure, renewable energy, agriculture, and healthcare. Guys, those are pretty big fields, so it's going to be interesting on the earnings report. So the take here is that if you got to find your buy point, and are you going to risk it or are you not going to risk it? That's my take. What's yours?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, be careful.
Yeah, just be careful, but like
Shouldn't say stupid, but
I'm not going to state the obvious here, but if the earnings report's good, it's going to go up. So, but the earnings report would come out on Ski-Low Friday, where you could even speed on the highway, and you know, anything's possible on Ski-Low Friday. So, have made money on Ski-Low Fridays, but Ski-Low Friday makes me nervous. So, I try to talk about Ski-Low because he's a cool rapper and he didn't get as much pub as he did. So, anyway, that's
I love it.
Ski-Low's freaking, he rocks, dude. Everybody.
I love it though.
Yep.
More than you know.
I love the dough more than you know. So, anyways, I'm peace out on this. You don't like the New York skyline in the background, right? So I got that in the
New York tomorrow.
I got that in the background, the picture of Jesus. I hope people doesn't trigger everybody. I love everybody's religion, so I love everybody around the world, so except for haters. I don't like the haters.
I hate New York some days more than others, but
yeah.
Tolerate it.
Yeah, tolerate it. Peace out to the relatives in the NYC. Peace out to all the listeners. Don't make it a dog show. Keep it real.
What now?
Good night now! With my sunburn!